Hey guys, welcome back. So in this module we are going to discuss how do you start the engine. So first of all, you will need to prepare the engine for starting, and the steps that we are going to discuss is basically for the people who have already sailed on the ship, because there are something they will understand better of. So let's move on and let's see how do we prepare the engine for starting. Now, before we start the engine, there's a preparation procedure that we do, and we keep the engine after that standby mode, and we give the control to bridge so that they can start at their will. So before that, before the control is shifted to bridge, uh, we are going to do some few checks, and we are going to do some basic preparatory steps on the engine.
To every marine engineer out there, from junior engineer to chief engineer and electrical officer, we all know that earning respect on ship is very important. We all know fast promotions are very important, and we all know that इज्जत कमानी है, promotion चाहिए तो काम आना चाहिए, तो जूते पड़ते हैं, गालियां पड़ती हैं, and for that you need a good mentor. Sometimes we keep finding those mentors on board ship, अगर नहीं मिल रहे तो MNDFLIX है ना, Merchant Navy Decoded has launched a subscription model where you can find more than 30 plus courses with respect to your rank, helping you earn respect on ship. Please enroll on these free trial videos, watch these videos as per rank, and then decide whether you want to invest or not, with a very good flexible payment plan as well. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Mata.
So what are those? See, first of all, we are going to turn the engine, uh, and the procedure is same for MC engine as well. So when we are turning in the engine, what are we going to check? So turning is done with the help of turning gear. There is an electric motor and which is driving the turning gear, which is engaged to the flywheel, and when the flywheel is electrically turned, then the pistons are moving up and down. At that time, there is an indicator cock that has to be opened and checked if there is no water accumulation, because when the main engine is not running, there is a chance that some water has leaked into the over the piston or in the cylinder, maybe from cracked liner or cracked cylinder head, or there could be some lube oil accumulation in that space. We do not want that to happen, because that component is that fluid is not compressible. So if it is water or lube oil, or even if let's say fuel leaking from the fuel injector, so if there any kind of liquid that is there over the piston or inside this cylinder, that is non-compressible. So if you try to start the engine in this condition, then it may be catastrophic, right? Okay, it can damage something or it can lift the cylinder head. So to avoid such a situation, first of all, you need to check first of all that if there is any accumulation or not. For that, what you're going to do, open the indicator cocks and engage the turning gear and turn the engine electrically. Right? At that time, it may be a dry running. So to avoid that, first of all, be aware that lube oil pump should be running in this case, so that bearing doesn't get damaged when the engine is being turned. And one more important thing, cylinder oil in MC engine, older types, mechanical lubricator, somebody used to go and push the mechanical lubricator manually. With advent of alpha lubricator, there was a pre-lube button that we used to press so that cylinder get lubricated for that. And here in ME engine also, there is a pre-lubrication procedures that has to be carried out to make sure that cylinder is lubricated. Now the problem with ME engine is that since the hydraulic HPA system is not running, the hydraulic pumps are not running, we do not have hydraulic pressure available. So with no hydraulic pressure available, will your lubricator work? No, because they work with the hydraulic pressure itself. So since the lubricator will not work, you have to do something different here so that lubrication can happen. So what are you going to do in that case? First of all, go to auxiliaries. Okay, in auxiliaries, basically, let's say you go to auxiliaries, and then you go to cylinder lubrication page, and this is their pre-lube button there, and you have to press it, but you cannot do it in the stopped condition when the HPS is not running. So first of all, you have to start the starter pumps. the two electrical driven hydraulic pumps, you have to start those. But till you select the standby condition, you can't do that. Most of the times the bridge does not allow you to do that. They don't give you a standby because you're preparing engine well before the control has to be shifted to bridge. So they don't allow you to take a standby. So without selecting the engine state to be standby, this pump will not start. Which pump I'm talking about? These two pumps. So any of the one pump you have to start, because only when the pump start you have some hydraulic pressure and then you have got lubricator running. So lubricator will not run till you have pressure in this line, and that in the engine stop condition is only possible if you select standby. Where do you select standby? So here it should show standby instead of finish with condition. If it is showing finish with, then the lube oil pressure is not available. So there is actually another way to do that. So what do you want to do? Take the control of this part manually. So let's go to auxiliary. Okay, here these pumps can be manually started. How do you do that? There is a control box, or there is a starter box for these panel. So take the selector switch from auto to manual. The moment you select that from auto to manual, you can get one alarm, you can get some abnormal situation here, but it's okay, no problem. Let the alarm come. Now you can press the start button on that panel, and whichever start button you press, that pump will start to run. So we are forcing it to run. So in the engine stop condition, then the pressure will come to this manifold and the lubricator can be started now. Now you go to lubrication page, and now you can press the pre-lube button. The moment you press this button and you switch it on, there is something written here, switch it on, your pre-lube will start. What happens here is now all the cylinders will have lubricator started at once. So all of them will do the lubrication. So around 12 strokes each lubricator will give in each cylinder. So after some, and at the same time you're turning the engine with the indicator cocks open, somebody is going to check what is coming out of the cylinder, all okay. So it might take some minutes to turn engine complete one revolution. So 1 or 2 revolution is enough, but that still might take few minutes. So if you want to give some more lubrication stroke, normally we will give it 3-4 times. So you give it after a few seconds, like 30-45 seconds. You again pre-lube, again start the pre-lube. So you do that. So do it. Once you're satisfied there was nothing inside the cylinder, no liquid accumulation and all, then this part is okay. Cylinder is lubrication is done. It's free of all the exhaust gases, and if there was any water, then you could have, you know it now. Okay, if everything is fine, what do you want to do? Close the indicator cock, take the pump control again here, pump again to be, that controller again to be put normal condition, stop it, and then put in normal auto condition. So this is also ready, and turning gear now has to be disengaged, and some person must confirm physically, yes, I myself disengage the turning gear, because some people what they do, they will check by the indication here and they say okay, somebody has disengaged. No, because there have been accidents in the past. So you have to ensure that somebody is confirming, yes, they themselves have disengaged the turning gear, because if the turning gear remain engaged and the indicator was faulty, then this can damage the flywheel or uproot the turning gear. And there have been many instances in the past. This is for our own safety, to have a double check. Do not rely solely on the sensor values. Okay, all right. So here indicator cocks are closed, turning gear is disengaged, and now you can give a kick to the engine. So how are you gonna give a kick to the engine? For that, you come to this screen again. So now this procedure is to be done when bridge is ready, they can give a standby. So when they give a standby condition, this will change to standby. So what does it do? It will start the the moment you select standby, the HPS electrical driven pump will automatically start. they will pressurize the line. So then that HPA system is ready now. The important things that you're going to check here is this. So you go to status screen here. Let me go to the status screen. Okay, here. So with standby, presently it is not standby, it is something else. Let me show you the standby screen. So presently you were at finish with. So the condition for finish with are all green, okay. That means main starting air valve is blocked. So people who have sailed on ship, they know how they can lock this valve. There's a valve, there's a you can say a wheel that locks this valve. So with finish with condition, this is to be locked. When you're turning it with turning gear, that has to be locked for the safety reason. Distribution block here, distributor, that valve is also blocked. Control air is vented. So these are the three conditions for finish with. But now since you have selected standby condition here, the moment you are in standby condition, at that time your engine should be in readiness. So for that, what do you want to do? Starting air valve has to be unlocked. If it is still locked, it will show as an alarm like this. So it says that engine not ready, starting is blocked. Why? Because starting air valve is in service position, is not in service position actually. It should have been in service position. So it is still locked. So somebody is to go physically and unlock the main starting air valve. Also the distributor, they will have to open the valve. So the distributor line, pilot line also is active. And okay, two things are okay. That is control air pressure in this case. What is control air pressure? It should be around more than 5.5 bar, which is there. Normally is around 7 bar, which is, so 6 is also okay. Though, so starting air pressure, sorry, this is a starting air pressure. So this is, yeah, its pressure is already there. So maybe the lower limit is 15 bar, which again is changeable. So if it is more than 15, it's enough, or it could be 18 bar. So it depends on setting, ship to ship, somebody is keeping that value differently. Okay, anyway, the 24 bar is okay pressure, 24 to 30 bar all okay. So pressure is okay, that's why starting air pressure is showing tick. Control air pressure more than 5.5 should be there, which is there, because below 5.5 there is an alarm. So 7 is a good value, so it is 6, still okay for me. Control air pressure is okay, also okay. How about turning gear? It is not disengaged, should have been disengaged. So it's good that sensor told me it's not disengaged. Somebody must go and physically disengage it, otherwise this is dangerous. Anyway, this is an interlock, because if you do not disengage it, even if by mistake you try to start, the engine will not start, air will not go to the cylinder. But never take a chance, physically always go and check this thing. Blowers are all okay, auto position. HPS supply is auto position. Hydraulic pressure is okay. You can see the hydraulic pressure 176 bar is fine, okay. Blowers are automatic position, presently stopped, it's okay, but they are in good health. So this screen is important, gentlemen. It should be all green ticks. If not, make them green. All right, when you prepare the engine, this is your responsibility to make this screen green after selecting standby. So let's come to back to the operation screen. After that thing is there, okay, now engine is at standby. In the status screen, everything is green. Now what you want to do is you need to turn the engine on air. So important thing to note here is that in MC engine we used to give normal air kick with the main starting air valve open, but in ME engine it is not the case. You are not starting the engine on main starting air valve, you are starting with smaller slow turning valve, and that's a new normal here. So what you want to do is you need to click on slow turn. You cannot click on air run. See, this is air run means main starting air valve, and slow turn means smaller valve. What is the difference? This will turn the engine slowly and this will turn the engine faster. So why do you want to take any risk? Let the engine turn slowly. So you click this and engine can only turn slowly then. All right, okay. So by just pushing it, nothing happens. You select the slow turn and you move the handle. You move the handle. Okay. All right. Before that, what you're going to do is you need to click the prepare start button. So what does prepare start do? There are few things that prepare start does here. First of all, your auxiliary blower that is should be running. Auxiliary blower in some of the engines, the moment you select standby blowers, auxiliary blower starts running. But if there is nothing happens after that, there is an idle period. After a certain time, let's say 15 minutes, they stops. Okay, so in that case, for the blowers to start, how do you start the blower? Right, they are automatically mode, but they're not running. So you click on prepare start. So what prepare start button does, the moment you click this, first thing that it does is start the blower. So you will see the blower will be showing starting and then running. So when blower will be showing running. Second thing that it does is lubricator, it will give some lubrication. The moment you click prepare start, it will give around same like pre-lube, it will give 12 strokes of the cylinder oil, because these are necessary because you are going to turn the engine now on slow turn. And then when you are satisfied with this procedure, click slow turn and then move the handle. Till you move the handle, engine is not going to turn. Just by clicking here, nothing happens. It's just a selection. All right. Now question can come. So when do you do the air run? First of all, gentlemen, till you are in the chief mode, you put password. Nobody can turn the engine on air run. All right. Okay. So that is why this is kept in air run, is kept in chief access, so that normally people don't do that. Slow turn is safe. Do it. If you really want to do the air run, in what cases you can do? Basically for some testing, main starting air valve, you done any overhaul and all, tacho system, you done any overhaul and all. In those cases you have done to do, you are required to do air run. Normal main starting air valve to be needs to open. Then you can click here and then move the handle. Then engine will turn on here. Faster rotation RPM will come. Anyway, you do the slow turn and engine will keep turning till the handle is brought back to zero. When the handle is brought back to zero, engine will stop turning. By the way, slow turning also, if you are preparing the engine when the control has not been given on the bridge, please that it is recommended that also should be done with the indicator cock open. So if there is any water accumulation even after that where you turn the engine electrically, then also you'll come to know that if there is an accumulation, even in smallest of the accumulation is there. And after the slow turning has been done, then only you on the walkie-talkie tell okay them please close the indicator cock, and then you transfer the control to the bridge. Engine will not turn in oil or normally till you select auto. So if you have to turn the, if you run the engine normally on oil firing, select auto, and then you can do it. Now totally depends where do you want to do it from the ECR or from the bridge, then the control can be shifted over to that relevant place. So this is all the procedure that you need to carry out before giving over control to the bridge. And now bridge can normally start the engine by their own fuel handle. Okay, what things are that we need to know here is that suppose there has been a lot of idle period, a subsequent idle period, you have given the control to bridge but then not given the kick, or let's say the last kick was given more than half an hour ago. So if the half an hour has been passed, then engine when they start, the bridge will try to start the engine, it automatically goes to prepare start mode. Why? Because blower has been stopped. So after 15 minutes of idle period, blower stops. So if you see the blower have stopped and the bridge starts giving kick, it'll be a delayed kick. So they may say that, or the pilot may say that, oh, why there's a delayed kick? Is there a problem with the engine? So if you are in the ECR engine control room, so you can make the engine ready yourself. Just click prepare start if the control is on the bridge when you see the blower have stopped, so that they start again if you feel so, right? Also one more thing, if the last kick has come more than 30 minutes ago, when they give a kick, first it is gone for the prepare start, blower will run, lubrication will happen, and also the first rotation of the engine will go under slow turning automatically. So engine will turn on slow turning first, and when it has completed one revolution, only then normal kick will come and engine will start. So it might delay the starting when they try to stop, the bridge tries to start the engine from their end, uh, half an hour from the last kick, and this is a normal procedure. So you must know, just in case somebody asks, you can educate the or you can answer to the question that comes, that why the engine is not quickly responding to our movement of the handles. All right, gentlemen, that's all the procedure about starting and preparation of the main engine. Thank you so much.